Why are men never satisfied?
Or giving him all he needs.
Giving him all he needs. What prohibits him from settling down? Is it fear of commitment, losing their identity? They're afraid of. If there's a woman that's willing to accept who he is and actually be there for him.
Our women don't believe. Women just think we're just out here with some horny dogs. But men turn down sex. We turn it down.
That's true.
Now I'm to the point where I turn it down more than I take it. And the women have flipped the script in the sense that they're more aggressive than the men now.
Right.
A lot of women don't know that.
Different times.
Man, women come at you so hard now, and they just, why don't you let me come on? Why don't you let me do this? I know you ain't getting this done at home. I know your wife don't do this. I know your girl. And so you constantly turn that down. Then you go home and your wife flipping over, giving you the cold back while she got on her rollers and her little bandana that she wear to sleep. And you got to go back to work to this woman telling you, yeah, did she do this for you last night? You know, that's what I like to do. I mean, it's just like getting starved at home and coming to work. And somebody putting food in your face saying, hey,
not even food,
what feast. For some reason, I got some reason women come at you harder when you with somebody.
That's
I'm
true.
single. My friends that have girlfriends get so much. I mean, when they know you got somebody, they just it's a competition with women. So women are saying, I know I can get him. I know I can get him. You single, it's no challenge. But when you got somebody, it's just. I mean, it was times I had a girlfriend. I announced, yeah, I got a girl, which I seldom do. I just don't. But I say, yeah, I got a girlfriend, and that's when everybody come out and go, oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, can we still hang out? And they just put it out there. You just gotta try to be faithful. They want to see if they can get you cheap.
With a lot of what both of you have said on that, but I'd also add that I think it's a whole thing where men who go into the category of cheating, quote unquote, do it because either, number one, the need that you say, the need of being, with a woman, trying to be faithful and being deprived, the woman using sex as a weapon, or just disinterested in sex for whatever personal issue she's going on. And, excuse me, and the guy gets so frustrated, he goes out. Especially there's a smorgasbord of beautiful women offering to, give him stuff. And there's been men who've been really, really, really faithful in that respect to try and do it, but then the woman doesn't realize that she's alienating her man. And they finally break down and say, hey, and you just leave me out there cold? Fine, later for it. That's one reason. Then there's some guys who just have got it in their blood, and that's real, that they just like to have other women. And they'll do that, and it's almost like an addiction for some of them. Some people would say it's have that sense of being able to be in multiple, relationships with other women. There are men who are polygamous. Now, there are two forms of this whole polygamous thing, because there are certainly women who are polyandrous, and polyandrous is women who can be with a number of men and, feel comfortable with and everything like that. But by this society's mores, that's not necessarily acceptable. In fact, most women who would fall into that line would be considered hoes or promiscuous or this and that, where men wouldn't be in a polygamous thing, or even if it's not polygamous, what they're doing, just being able to have more than one woman. And I think that's a double standard, certainly in this society. But it's a reality that we have to deal with. And some women just say, to hell with that, they're going to do what they want to do with that anyway. They see the men do it. So again, with certain women, I think it's more of a revenge thing with them doing that than it is with just having a natural desire to do that. I think on the overall, most women prefer to have a stable relationship with one guy and everything. That's most women. That's not all women. Because there are some women who I think are naturally polyandrous, and they will go that way. But that I think would come out of basically a reaction to what you said in terms of the problems and everything and the challenges of a relationship are true, and those are the things that you're supposed to be able to deal with it. But I think a lot of women forget you're dealing with the problems and all this other craziness. Well, yeah, but you need the sex to balance that out, or you need some type of emotional and reassurance. Especially if you're a guy who a decent guy and someone that women find attractive, and they say, well, wait a minute, you in this thing and she not doing this and that? Well, baby, I'll take care of that and everything. And hey, you know, what man who like women, you know, is going to turn that down, you know, even after trying to be faithful for so long and everything. And I don't think most women take that into consideration. All they feel is the sense of betrayal and hurt and all this and everything. But yeah, what did you do to drive that man to that point? Particularly after he turned down a whole bunch of people trying to do this and that, but then he's being accused of this and that even when he's not doing stuff. And I think that's the thing that drives a lot of men over the edge, quite frankly. Being accused of doing stuff like that they're not doing. And you know what? Since you saying I'm doing it, fuck it, I'll go ahead and do it. You know, just because I'm just sick of this. And it's just the thing of being sick of being accused or being put in a bag or something like that and saying later for this. I don't need this type of aggravation. But saying that, I said, you know, you're right, because you may love somebody, you may love them passionately, be in love with them ever, but you may not always be able to live with them. They may not be able to provide you with a home and a space and a peace of mind where you can be in that home with them and be able to be peace of mind and be happy. And the women who are able to do that are the ones who have the long sustained and good relationships, because they know how to give their man the space that they need, give them the peace of mind that they need as a man needs in order to function and be themselves. Because there are too many women who will just come at you with all this stuff and just show you peace of mind, and the brother say, man, you know, if I can't have peace of mind, I'd rather be by myself. I'll find something else to do somewhere else and everything. And even if I don't find it for a long point of time, I got peace of mind. That's valuable. And a lot of guys don't, and you know, a lot of people don't understand that that's really critical and important.